Oil reaches new 2023 high on likelihood that Saudi Arabia or Russia will extend cuts. The per-barrel price for the WTI grade of crude oil reached $85 on Friday, the highest price point yet this year, as falling inventory levels spooked the market. WTI crude oil briefly reached $85 per barrel before sagging to $84.90 around 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The last time WTI traded at a level that high was November 2022. For the day, WTI was trading up $1.33 per barrel, or 1.59. Brent crude oil was also trading up on the day by $1.05 per barrel, or 1.21, at $87.88, also a new 2023 record. A big factor in the rising price of crude oil are the falling inventories in the United States, which dipped another 10.6 million barrels according to the Energy Information Administration for the week ending August 25. Another contributing factor to strong oil prices is the OPEC alliance, which includes heavyweights Saudi Arabia and Russia. The duo has reached a deal concerning production cuts, for which Russia has said it will provide details next week. The market is weighing the likelihood that Saudi Arabia or Russia could extend or deepen their current production cuts. More analysts than not expect that Saudi Arabia will extend its 1 million barrel of oil per day production cut into October. A third support under oil prices is the weakening dollar, which makes crude oil more affordable for non-dollar holders, thereby stimulating demand. The price rise will make it more difficult for the Biden administration to continue the painstakingly slow process of refilling the nation's strategic petroleum reserve, which has grown by an average of 600,000 barrels per week for the last few weeks, after draining 300 million barrels out of the SPR over the last few years. Despite the 300 million barrels leaving the SPR and going into commercial inventories, crude oil inventories excluding that in the SPR are more than 100 million barrels shy of July 2020 levels. I've been working in Saudi the last 5 years. The amount of rigs currently drilling here is astronomical. Everywhere you look in the desert are rigs. You can't drive anywhere without seeing dozens in the horizon non-stop for hours and hours and hours. Does this mean that American oil companies will benefit and their stocks go upwards? Won't the U.S. increase production at these price levels? Or too much risk, price drops again later for it to make the investment worth it for oil producers? There? Buckle up, kids. It's just getting started. No SPR release to bring the price down this time. Continuing OPEC cuts means $100 WTI is coming real soon. Yes, fill the oil bag's money bag. So strange seeing oil ripping when the world's second largest economy is in the shitter. Heel ya, let's ride. Smirk posted this elsewhere, but it was the same headline. Western governments, we are going to phase out oil and gas at an accelerated pace and kill all you evil corporations harming the earth. Oil companies stops increasing production. Demand increases while supply slows down and oil prices go up. Western governments, why aren't you guys producing more so we can have lower prices? Oil companies, Jackie Chan WTF face. Maybe this is politically motivated too. Saudi aren't the biggest Biden fans. They probably want to hurt him in the upcoming election. America sets the price of oil. We like to drive FR. I might be wrong, but won't this news have positive knock-on effects on the green energy industry? If the price of oil increases, theoretically, it should make renewables more price competitive. Maybe renewable stocks will also rise along with oil companies. Yeah. They want gas prices to be high in time for the election so their boy DT has a better chance of being elected. Bullish, green energy is a joke and stupid fad. Long Petrobras PBR. Fuck Russia. Time for some windfall taxes for oil companies. What about when demand falls off a cliff if we enter a recession in the next 6-12 months? What if Americans all stop using as much? Just to see if that would work. Supply and demand. Well, fuck them. Isn't it time for all the oil company shills to start banging the more drilling? Energy independence propaganda? Time to long oil. This is a shame to the so-called free market trade. Ban the syndicate. I am hearing this from New Order fanatics for about a year and a half already. By their similar babbling, we should be already all-time high on oil prices. Some of you forgetting that other countries have their own oil and do not export or are limiting use only because it's cheaper to get it from Arabs. P.S. One Putler was already so confident that EU will freeze without Russian oil gas. I think it is time to short. Full score %. Remind me in 5 years, is oil demand declining? PAA. I smell desperation. Should have nationalized American oil a long time ago. Been bullish on oil since 2020. It's worked out very well. I own just one oil company, but it's been responsible for most of my gains in the last few years. I've sold a few shares but keeping the vast majority for a long while still. So are we gonna drill or not more than 1 year? KUF Biden and his terrorist son. Trump at this point is better than him, even though both deserve jail. We really need third parties to win. This fraud political system is sickening. Russia has low demand anyway due to sanctions, so it cutting is kinda irrelevant. They would sell every last drop they could. I hope so. I am highly exposed to oil. Since the start of the war in Ukraine, I don't think we have seen the top yet. Why is gas $4 gallon when it was $4 gallon when it was $140 a barrel? Oil companies are screwing us all.